Okay, so I'm going to have a go at showing you what I'm planning with the Gratuitous Space Battles LP. As the tutorial mission is really simple, I'm going to use this as my example. So, as you can see, we've got a number of battles to get through, but for now let's just show you what's going to happen. Okay, so you've got a bunch of tutorial ships, which I'm just going to delete for now. I've cleared off all my games, so there's no we've got no honour, no unlocks, everything's a nice blank slate. So we're facing what looks like a bunch of Empire frigates. I think it's Empire. Been a while since I played. Sorry, I can never remember rather than it's a while since I played. So we have a tutorial fighter, a tutorial frigate, and a tutorial cruiser. But I want to show you what it's like to design a ship. So I'm going to change that and let's design a frigate. So I'm just going to pick a random hull. This one gives me increased armour, increased hull bonus. So defence wise, I'm going to whack some armour on to start off with. As you can see, that's increased my cost but hasn't affected anything else. So we need some weapons. I want to make this guy fairly long range, so I'm going to look for whatever's got the best range on it. 700, 1200 for missile launcher. Okay, so it's the missile launcher. I'm just going to whack down 3 of those. You see I now need 24 crew. I want it to... I'm not that worried about speed, so I'm going to put a single frigate engine on. I'm going to make it stipulation all your ships have at least one engine on. Apart from that, I can now decide what I do. I want at least one crew module, so that would give me... I have to click on it, 54 crew. So for now, let's whack one crew module in. And I'm producing enough power, so I don't need to worry about extra power generators at the moment. I'll whack a shield generator in. Which then means I now have to add a power generator, but I can get away with a nice small one which gives me a massive circuit and power. But if I add another module that's not needs crew, I'm probably going to have to upgrade that crew module. So what else do I think I need? I get a point defense system, but that is 4 crew and is kind of a bit annoying for having to add an extra crew module, have massive extra crew. So I think I'm just going to put down another layer of second generation armour. So my ship is, you know, relative. Let's see if I can click on the stats. There we go. It's got a fairly decent armour, good shield strength, good shield resistance, and a good number of hit points. So the armour boost has made that a bit more effective. But you can see each one of these says it's all 52 points of damage. So I think that's kind of, this is what armour and shield is one of those things that the more you add, the less efficient they get. Right, so we shall rename this. I'm not bothering with a fantastic name because this is just a tutorial thing. So save. Ignore all my others, which apparently I haven't deleted either. So go back. So now I have Graves frigate. So I'll whack down a tutorial cruiser, a squadron of fighters, a tutorial frigate, and then a couple of my frigates. I can actually get away with 3 of them apparently. Can I get another? Yep, I can get another. So if I do... Okay, so this is what I can afford. So I kind of like this. So if I put my frigates in, hold that one by accident, in a kind of a V formation. So this tutorial frigate has got a missile launcher, an ion cannon, and a beam laser. So I'm going to use that. Click on that, add order. Escort, have it escort that. These guys add order, formation, there, add order, formation, there. So they will find a formation. These guys will then get, they're armed with a laser cannon, so I'm going to use these guys to escort the other. The big cruisers have got a mix of missile rocket launchers, beam lasers, and quite a few engines actually. These guys are going to be very fast because they've got the maximum of best engines you can get. So, what I can also do is rename Planet Pounder. I can just rename that. I don't know. I can spell. There we go. So, this is what I'm going to basically do. I would like you to, when you make a design, I'd like a class name and a ship name. As I'll probably explain in the text, if you don't want to make your own ship, if you don't want to do the maths, just pick someone else's class and give it your own name. Orders wise, it's going to be a bit more complex because, well, to start off with, you're just all going to give each other random orders. Okay, they've got no fighters, so I'm going to delete the no fighter order, attack fighter order. Increase the priority for attacking frigates via it. So the minimum is that 7/7, so if I click on that, they'll move into attack at the minimum range of that. This will basically bring them into, so again delete attack fighters. So this basically orders them, I'm only going to do that for the lead one because the others will follow. This should bring them into minimum range, well, maximum range of their weapons, and therefore they should not close, the enemy will close on them, but hopefully the plan is that we'll start hammering away at them well before they come close to us. So I've given my rubbish orders. So it's time to just hit fight. This is the point where I basically lose control. So if my orders are wrong, well, I just have to live with it. So, firing off. So these guys are automatically stopped because they're in range. And, yep, self-delusional beginnings is taking a fair chunk of flak. So, I can zoom in, I can zoom out, and I can look at the status ships. Well, the first enemy ship's gone down, so I can look at stats, shields, stability, strength, hull integrity, armour. I can see the amount of damage being done. These guys are designed to be extremely weak there, so that's why we're not seeing any real problems here. But I have no control. I can't tell this guy to move. He's been hit by an iron cannon. They're targeting the Enterprise for some reason. But as it is, no control. I'm just here to film what's going on. So the enemy cruisers are starting to come in, but I'm not sure they're going to last long. These frigates are already taking hits. Yep, there goes another one. So if you lose this battle, you're doing something wrong. I'm not sure if there's even an honour bonus for completing it. Been a while since I've done this one. I've got some nice little comments up in the corner. Hopefully they'll come out for you. Yeah, it would be nice if they were voiced, but if anyone gets bored and wants to start using voices, I can always overlay them into the videos. Alright, cruisers are coming into range. So the frigates here deciding they're going to hit these guys first. So far their weapons are bouncing off my shields. And mine kind of are, but not too bad. You know, I'm getting the occasional hit. See, their shields are doing absolutely no problem at all. All the battles will not be this easy, let me tell you. So I'm just having to wait for these guys' shields to go down. that, his shields have gone down, at which point his armour doesn't last very long. These guys are putting out swarms of missiles. Let's zoom in and watch this in detail. You can tell volume gets louder the closer you get. And you can see debris. My favourite touch is the debris starts to fall away. So these guys start off big, but as they kind of fall into orbit of the planet you're around. So this guy's going down quite heavily. I mean, if I could put a target painter on, these shots would be more accurate. But as it is, it's not really a problem. I probably shouldn't have let the fighters protect because, you know, they're out of range of anything. He's taking absolutely no damage and he's doing the whole damage to him. As this is pretty much over, I'm just going to turn the speed up now. There goes one. There we go. 3 honour. So, I can now go to Fleet HQ and explain what honour does. Oh, so I'll do statistics first. So, this will be a nice little thing. So, the tutorial cruiser was the most effective ship. The least effective was my frigate. The cruiser beam lasers was the most effective and the frigate beam lasers was the least. So, this is going to be a nice little thing for bragging rights. I can then start by, I can see the amount of damage delivered by type and the amount of damage received by type. I can also go down to individual ships, so that they received a bit of damage but did none. My frigate mainly did hull damage with a bit of armour but wasn't really very accurate. Yeah, this tutorial cruiser missed quite a lot. So, I can get a nice little stat for each ship in the battle. I probably will provide that. I can change that to hit points over time, damage delivered distribution, damage per weapon, again damage over time. But I'll probably just give you the damage distribution for each ship. Right. So, one last thing I'll show you. So I've done that in normal. I could then deploy in at harder expert to win a bit more honour, but I don't really see the point. So the last thing we're going to do is Fleet HQ. This is where the major votes will be done. As you can see, we have a huge amount of extra equipment, which I'm not going to tell you about now because we only have 3 honour, and as you can see, the cheapest of these things is about 150. Oh, we could unlock the small beam laser if you wanted. Nah, I'll save the honour. But as you can see, they kind of go up. Different things, target painters, carrier modules are up here as well. So if you want to turn your ship into the real Enterprise, you want to vote for that. You can also unlock more hulls for each race, and you can unlock more races. If I go back again, I shall go to battle and it's change race. So, because I have, I think, all the expansion packs, I could give you drive, order, swarm or parasite ships, but I'm not for now. At the moment I want to keep it relatively simple. Each of these new races is totally different. I mean, you know, if I select parasites just to show you, and then go into a tutorial again. Alright. As you can see, these guys have completely different weapons with different. Most of the time it's just a re-skin, but each one will have unique weapons and stuff like that. Probably the parasites was the worst choice to go for. So I have to go back again, change race. I know the order and the tribe actually. So the tribe go for hull defences. So if you design a ship for there, you do have shield generators and armour, but their boost is 100% boost to hull integrity. So any armour and shield you put on is going to be less effective, but hull wise they're going to be a lot tougher, so you tend to burn through their outer layers fairly quickly, but it takes a long time to finish them off. They also have their own little repair frigate thing, which is a bit more efficient. So for now though, we're going to stick with the Federation, because you know they're greedy and versatile. They can much sums the goons up, I think. So read through the thread, give me some ship ideas, and we'll get you all killed in a variety of hilarious ways.